sit around, hey. Walk with me now, we running wild, hey. Ain't nobody gang, we on the town, hey. Never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round. As it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Giants going up against the Buccaneers. So let's get you over to Tampa as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Sims. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it again with Sims. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And Jenkins is a guy in this offense that I know you like to talk about.
Absolutely love to talk about Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His ability to play in any position, whether it's as a wide receiver or as an inline tight end, his versatility, some of the best in the league.
You even gave him the full name there.
Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He is the real deal.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on the line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
I know I'm not in the rooting business, but I really like this kid, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Good catch there. I'm just hoping he can stay on the field and have some good health.
Now the Bucs hoping so, too. Limited to 16 games total his first 2 seasons combined.
He is quite a target for a young quarterback. Jameis Winston can grow with this guy, and boy, they can be a dynamic duo.
And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Janoris Jenkins combines excellent coverage ability with supreme confidence in himself. He thinks that no one is going to catch a pass in his area. Calls himself Clamp City.
And they'll put Bryant in motion left. Now Jameis on second down. And this is caught. But judged to be out of bounds here. He did not get both feet in, they say, incomplete.
Oh, man, I'm a stickler for the rules. I get it. You've got to come down, and your feet have to be down in the end zone. I get all of that. But that catch was so spectacular. I just want to give it to him anyway.
Count it?
Oh, I want to count it anyway.
Unfortunately, it will not count. It was a great catch, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Winston. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Roberto Aguayo out now for the Buccaneer field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
Now Gino on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To throw on second down is Smith. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Cuts it out to the sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Carlos Williams, 36 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now Sims. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And ready for 3rd and 6. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got Evans. And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. First down, Winston. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. To throw, Winston. Evans has it left side. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Winston now to throw on first down. Incomplete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On 1st and 10, Smith. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And partner, a nice little connection there on the corner route.
The receiver set it up perfectly, worked his way inside, and then broke it back to the outside for the completion.
Now Gino on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Brett Grimes is one of those cornerbacks who was overlooked coming out of college and plays each and every game with a chip on his shoulder.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
To the air again, Smith. He finds Beckham complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who is going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw, Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Look at this. It's the former Giant, Robert Ayers, in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And Brown able to put it through. And that will knot us up at 10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, what?
He's got the lane, and there he goes. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Here's Sims on the run. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Charles Sims, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block it.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. It's caught by OBJ. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you think to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. And this one is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And now it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got Evans. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I don't know about you, but I feel like there's a little extra juice when you see Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans early. And when they do it often, this team is really energized.
Well, Evans at 6'5", those long arms, that's so tough to defend.
And he surprises you with how fast he is because he looks like he's just loping along, and all of a sudden you're 10 yards behind him, and Jameis Winston finds him. I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. That's caught at the 2. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the eye. Sims. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, let's give plenty of credit to the defense there. They stuffed them on 2nd and short. But if you're the offense, why would you change what you're doing? You've got a whole nother down to pick it up, and maybe even a 4th if you so choose.
Again, they run with Sims. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charles Sims with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Smith. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Now Gino on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the red zone now, Smith. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second and goal to go now. They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Carlos Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is right through. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 93 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they wanted to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On first down, Smith. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, here's Smith. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him. Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Robert Ayers in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Throwing now is Gino. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wild card matchup as we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. This one taken from the 7. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Smith on first down. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Levante David in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Under pressure, they got him again. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Bryant spread out to the right. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On 3rd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete as well.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Now Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Third and long, it's Smith. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be 4th down.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
Here we go with Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one. The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he's brought down after a good gain.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A first down throw for Winston. Evans has it left side. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And another Winston to Evans connection. Mike Evans, he didn't play football until his senior year of high school. He was such a good basketball player down in Galveston, Texas. But I think he's happy he picked football up.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. I would have loved to have been around those conversations. The head basketball coach, the head football coach. Since it was high school, maybe it was the same guy. You never know. And saying, I need this guy out on the field. That's worked quite well for him. And Jameis Winston's so happy to have him on his squad.
And they've got the lead in this one because of those two. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Bucs a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
First down, Winston. Bryant with a catch right side. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a first down following that long gain. Toss play to Sims. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Charles Sims saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Aguayo on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a pitch out to Williams. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Again, it's Williams. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing is Smith. He's going to loft one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Back now in Tampa. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Here's Brown out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Jameis now on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Now they run with Sims. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Play clock winding down. Now a second down throw for Winston. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. So they're operating in the red zone. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Winston now. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Roberto Aguayo out now for the Buccaneer field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And New York set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own?
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Brent Grimes. So they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The play clock's running down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. One receiver to the left is Evans. On third down, Winston. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll toss it out to Sims. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
The return comes from Orleans Darkwan. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing now is Geno. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. A shotgun snap for Smith. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And a great spot to start this drive from here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Three yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Gino on 1st down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's brought down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Smith on 1st down. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.